Okay, everybody. So I truly did not think this through before I did this, so bear with me. So this is my third video today. We are unboxing the Rotary attachment for the Eufymake E1. And I had a little interaction. I almost didn't get to make this video today because I bought this heat press off of Facebook Marketplace, and I should have taken into consideration the price, but you know, I wanted a good deal. Well, I got a good deal, but then I didn't. So today when I was doing some DTF printing, or pressing, comes with an instruction book, which is hilarious because the printer didn't come with one. Which, this is a huge, if you include the last page, it's 44 pages. Oh, and some of it's in French, German, Spanish, Italian, Netherlands, Portuguese, and I guess that's Arabic. I apologize if that's not Arabic. So anyway, I was printing off some DTFs and pressing them with my new press, and it started to spark and smoke all at once, and I was like, MF. So this has Ricotta Plastica in it. I'm impressed. Call me impressed. So anyway, I thought I was going to be fighting a fire today and not doing this. So I'm going to unwrap everything and then I'll show you everything that's in it. Okay, so we have a screwy doohickey thing and a roly magnety thing. These look like spare magnets. Well, hopefully they're not spare, but well, maybe they are. And they go in this little roller kind of cheese grater looking thing. I don't know what that's called. But let's look in the instruction book. So this is called a strut spacer. And this is the follower wheel bushing and drive wheel bushing. And then of course this is the main unit. And that is the only 3 parts of what's in the box. So it goes from what's in the box to step 1. And this is about so the instructions in English are 5 pages. And I'm sure you young kids are out there going, yeah, you old fart. Well, the important thing to take away from this is that you have 3 parts that came with the box, right? Duh. So where did they go? step 3. Here's step 4. And that's step 5. Where do these magic parts go? Well, we're just going to have to let it be what it's going to be. So, a lot of things on this Eufymake has this interface square on the bottom. I don't know what it's called because the instruction book didn't tell me what it was called. So we're going to call it the interface square. Well, I don't know if you can see in here because the lamp doesn't turn on unless it wants to. So there's a little square in here. Square peg goes in the square hole, or so I've been told. And it doesn't slide. And that is the really neat thing about this, is that unlike the laser and the DTF, everything just kind of fits. Now, mind you, step 1, I did the slidey bar thing. Technically step 2, I put this in here. And then I locked it. And then step 3, I'm supposed to do all that and that stuff. But again, not sure what this stuff is for. Alright. Get off your high horse, Alan. I wish I could get on a high horse. Okay, so now I got these blanks off of everybody's favorite place, Temu, and they were very inexpensive, and they're supposed to be stainless steel. So these instructions, okay, there we go. So there is a where my finger is, there's a little green lever thing. So because it doesn't tell me what to do, I don't know where it says drop the slidable slot. Drop the slidable slot. Okay. So right here where my finger's at, there's this little like slide that goes left to right, and it either goes up or it goes down. So we want to leave it up. Put the cup in and then slide it back into place. And that's it, apparently. Now, supposedly, this thing is supposed to do everything else by itself. So, I have to step into the other room. Might want to fast forward through this until it's one thing I really dislike about my setup right now is this has to be here, and then my computer and 3D printing room are on the other side of the house. So I'm not going to pause the video because I don't want to try to figure out how to do a video. So what it doesn't tell you in our wonderful instruction book is that I'm supposed to put a piece of tape on here. Doesn't tell me how long the tape needs to be. It doesn't tell me what kind of tape it needs to be. It doesn't tell me jack nothing at all. And apparently it's going through some sort of stuff right now anyway. So now I have to go back to the computer room. Right now it's injecting ink because I haven't used it since yesterday. Oh, and I'll tell you about the ink. It says it's still injecting ink, but I don't hear it doing that. Lord. So apparently it's decided it's going to run a maintenance mode, which it's still doing. One of the things I really wish they would fix about the app is that, because they want you to use the app. They don't want you to, they don't like you being on a PC. They want you to do everything from a phone. But the interface is not the same on the phone as it is on the PC. And to be honest with you, it's more of a usable environment for people who want to actually do things, not just go click, do this, click, do that, and it's over with. In other words, it's set up to make you want to buy these forms in here. And that's all through the product design section. So 72%. So while this is happening, I ordered this bundle that I have, which it has the Eufymake printer, which is this, both of the long and short printing spaces. So there's this one, and I think these are centimeters, so it's like 10 centimeters across and like 40 centimeters long, but it has 33 operational. And I printed out these on my 3D printer because I didn't like the fact that it's constantly dirtying up the sticky plate. So this way it's easier for me to print something than it is to buy a $30 plate that's not all that sticky to begin with. So it's got those two plates, which you've seen the large plate we did our test prints from the other day, and it's also got the rotary tool, which we've seen here, and then on top of that it's got the laminator and the DTF. I don't know if you can call it true DTF, but you can connect it to a roll of film and it'll print on the film. So I call it DTF. I may be wrong. Who knows? Whatever. But so you have the film that you can put it on to make it into a sticker, and then the laminator laminates on top of it, and then when you cut it up and you do whatever you're going to do with the stickers, and then you just peel it away and rub it on. Take your little spatula rubbery thing over, like say you're going to put it on a cup, or even like this, for example. This is 3D printed box, and I decided yesterday when I went through, I tried to do these little pencil boxes for some of the kids in the neighborhood when they go back to school. Their parents can't afford the stuff, so I thought I'd do it, make them up little backpacks and stuff like that, and give them to them, just to be, I've known them for a while, so it's not like I'm just going up to random strangers. But like on here, I'm going to put some graphics from here on here, and but you can also, like we were talking about, the wire bound notebooks that have the wires down the side. If I make the sticker and then put the sticker on there, then the sticker will go onto the book and I don't have to worry about it being oversprayed and all that other stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And then also it came with a set of the ink and a cleaning box wash. It's like a specifically for washing and draining and stuff like that. And so now we're done with that. And to be honest with you, the app is great. But it's not, unless you want to pay for cloud access and all that stuff like that for your memories. I have everything on a 8 terabyte drive, and I'm okay with that. I don't need to be mobile, but I can take the drive wherever I go and do that. But I'm going to do most of my stuff from here, so that's why it's not as helpful for me. I mean, I can run tests and things like that from here, but it would really be better if I could put this in my 3D printer room, which I may still do, but we'll see. And the ink, so I went on Swing Design, and they're kind of weird about when they can get the ink out to me. They wouldn't commit to it, and of course when you buy it, it doesn't promise you anything except before the end of the month. And of course that's not a guarantee, that's the estimate. And so, like Amazon, unless you get like an exact guaranteed time, like if you're a Prime member, it could end up stretching out to a week if they want to. So I went ahead and bought it from Eufymake, and Eufymake, I got on the chat with them, and they said that they, unfortunately, people are buying these up at a huge rate, more than they thought. But they also cornered their own consumables market, which, can be good and can be bad if you can keep up with your demand. But if you can't keep up with your demand and you're trying to spread out what you have, then somebody's going to suffer somewhere. And it's not like you can't go to like Home Depot or not Home Depot, Best Buy, and buy UV ink and just use whatever UV ink you want to, because it's their UV ink you have to use. So, okay, so the test is done. Let me try setting it again. It should be running the print calibration now. Oh my God. Full rep calibration in process. This will take about 5 to 6 minutes. So you're supposed to do this with every single... So if I needed to do like 27 of these, which I never will, but even if I have to do 5, so anyway, I even tried looking on Alibaba and AliExpress. So now it's printing the calibration thing. So I guess it picked up where the tape was, I hope. That looks crooked though. So anyway, I looked on AliExpress, I looked on Alibaba. AliExpress was even more expensive than Alibaba, and Alibaba was having the old price of the $49.99 a thing of ink, not the new prices. But yet they could guarantee it, within 2 to 3 business days, blah blah blah. But I wasn't about to do that because I'm not even really started doing anything kind of businessy like, so I'm not going to sit there and spend that money when I don't need to. But the flexible ink is totally out of stock. And they're saying you can't even order it off of Eufymake. It's like sold out, period. But they say they're supposed to get some at the end of the month. I didn't want to buy more of the color because you don't use very much of the color. It's the white and the gloss that you use so much. So buying the pack, if I had bought the pack that's got like all the colors and the wash unit, then that would have been $209 and some cents. But I didn't want to spend that much. So I just ordered the ones I could. And I haven't really used gloss that much yet. So we'll see. So one of the reasons I chose it's not just because I don't know how to edit a video, which is true, but I think something that all these people who have links in their channels where they're selling things and supposedly giving you their unbiased opinion, that does not look safe. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like, I mean, it's purposefully rolling it from side to side, but it's at an angle. Instead of this just sitting on the rollers, it's sitting on this metal stick, the thing that's sticking up in the back. Which I tell you what the instructions called it, but it's not even, it doesn't even show you a little metal thing sticking up anywhere on here. But it's there. I'm not making it up. And to be honest with you, it doesn't even look like it's printing on the tape. But what I was thinking about the video is that that's what those people who are making money don't show you. They don't show you the stuff that, like, they don't tell you that the instructions aren't worth crap. Or look, I'm showing you these instructions are literally 1, 2, 3, 4, and a barcode. And this only thing this page says is open the Eufymake app, select a file, and start printing. Well, I don't think it starts printing. It looks like it's trying to print on the bare... It's not printing on the tape. I don't know what the hell. So that's kind of what I'm going for, is to try to show you what really happens without all the, well, not that I could do some of the videos like some of these people do, but you know, this shows you what I'm actually running into, what I'm actually experiencing. It says it's only 85% done with the calibration. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I definitely did not go to school for this. So you see this little metal thing right here sticking up? I'm going to assume it's done, even though it says 85%. But this thing is... This thing is sticking up, and it was like pushing... This was supposed to be sitting in here, but this metal nipple here is like pushing it above the rollers. Would you see that? And it didn't do anything to the tape, but it did this. It still says it's calibrating. So it literally put it nowhere near the tape. Which one? Yeah. Good thing is it doesn't bind very well to stainless steel. So even my chemo broke nails scrape it off. See, there's one of these metal things on this side too, underneath this arm. Which, I'm sorry, I'm not doing a good job of this, but so this thing underneath there's a I can't show it. So there's this metal thing right underneath there, and then there's that metal thing right there. And when you put the it just kind of hobbles back and forth between it like this. So it's like it's in your way. Unless I did it wrong, which is also very possible. So I don't know if you can make that out, but I put it on the edge with the pin in the back as opposed to trying to make it sit on top of it. It still catches the wheels a little bit. And there's no way to make it abort the... It hasn't moved off of 85 since I screwed with it. So just a warning, once you if you ever shut it off to try to reset it, it has to go through this huge long restarting process. So I'm going to stop the video here because I'm going to let it do all its restarting, and then we'll try to get back to it again.